Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? And this is Becky Raney, and I'm delighted to introduce to you our leader, Rongsenyanger, and he's up in Nagaland, India, and he'll be teaching the class today. And part of the recording on the class that he taught wasn't working very well, so I'm just going to record this first section so that we have a complete class. So bear with us. He had internet connection issues, and so sometimes that happens, and that's okay. So today, the class is about empowered duplication, and we have some really great information, so hold tight. He had this great screenshot on his WhatsApp page, and I love what it said, and I thought it was a great way to start out with the class today. And it says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And this is a quote from Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett is just a really powerful money maker person here in the United States. And he's just, I think, like an overall billionaire or something. And it's true. That's what I really fell in love with network marketing, is I realized at one point in time, I could be working at my print shop after 28 years, just working and working and working and working and working. And, I had a taste of the residual income, right? But after I stop working, then the money stops. But if I keep working, then it will happen again. And it just seemed like I could never really catch on to that train of having the shop work and pay for itself. It always seemed like there was something new that we had to do, equipment we had to buy, something like that was always happening. But with network marketing, it's so great because there's little investment. And so when we go to this next slide, when you start to grow your teams, how do you create a residual income that's going to last for a long time? Well, you want to make the business work for itself. And we have programs called duplication, meaning what you do that works, you want to duplicate it with your downline and have that downline, improve on it even if they can, and duplicate it with their downline. Confusion kills productivity. Like when people don't know what's going on and the chaos that happens, you want to really make it as simple as possible. And so create a clear path. That's what successful duplication and when it will happen. And so one of the really great things is doTERRA. We have all these amazing people that join from all walks of life, all skill sets, because you don't need a college degree for this. And it's just really amazing how the creativity and the sets of values and their beliefs and just background and knowledge, everybody comes with a uniquely different set of ideals. And so how do you work with that and grow your business? I mean, wouldn't it be really great if we could have ourselves duplicated? Like, don't we want to be able to have many of us because we know what we're thinking, we know what works, and to instill that into other people is just so much work, right? And to be able to duplicate ourselves would be just really powerful. So doTERRA has made it really easy. They created this empowered success program, which is with the live, share, and build guides. You have different kinds of people who join doTERRA. We have people who just love the oils and they want to use it for their own natural health solutions. And then you have people who want to do this as a business, make some money, pay for their oils. And then you have people who want to really just make a powerful impact and be able to really make a huge difference in the world. So let's start by breaking down each of those sections. First, we'll start with user duplication. And I'm going to leave this up to Rognason. He's ready to teach this part.
I'm so sorry, I was came late. So leave guide is point number one is education about your membership, wellness, consolation, loyalty, reward programs. How to use the oil, tools to help. Next, mom, please.
Okay. Can you see it?
Welcome leader class, relationship. Here the tools for education. Invite to share with others.
Okay.
Next one, please. Here we can see some picture. The call is in the follow-up.
Yeah, so when you sign somebody up,
yes, making sure everyone is comfortable in using the oil. Of course, this oil is very comfortable for me, and still I am using this oil. It's very comfortable. So I hope that everyone is using this oil. Is very comfortable.
there. Gosh.
Hello.
Yes, we got it. We can hear you.
Yeah. Next, please. Filter duplication. Filter duplication. Next, yeah. Do you need the financial pipeline? Mom, will you explain about this?
Yes. So this is basically
Okay.
a video that everybody should be watching. If you haven't watched this video, it's very impactful. Suzanne, maybe if you can find the link and put it in the chat so people have it. But this video is really just a great video talking about putting all this work into hauling water back and forth from a creek to a village and selling water. And he goes back to the creek, fills up his buckets, and back to the village and sells the water, back to the creek, fills up the buckets, back and forth, doing quite a good business. But one day he realized that if he dug a ditch and laid a pipe just a little bit every day, eventually he will have a pipe all the way from the creek to the village where he can just turn on the spigot and have the water continually flowing. And so with that first slide, you know, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will continue to work until you die. And so that Warren Buffett is right. Laying a pipeline is where the magic is in network marketing. And so we really want to encourage you to understand that the person, when he was laying the pipe and digging the ditch, laying the pipe, it was a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing network marketing in the beginning. And it's going to take being in action and getting things going. It took this guy a year to dig the ditch, lay the pipe, right? And we want to encourage you, the faster you get started, the faster you start digging the ditch and laying the pipe, you'll be able to move forward. And so please take a minute after the class and watch the video. But what we want to tell you is our doTERRA in our upline has designed these books and guides for a duplication process for you. And it's all based on laying the pipe. So pipes is all part of this program where you have the PIPES, pipes. Do you want to take over, Rongsenyanger, and go over what this means?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Mom.
I can hear you.
Okay, I'll give explanation about this. So here we can see one diagram, 10%, 20%, and 70%. I hear the peer support and you and your filter IPA. So here we can see the peer invite, present, enroll in support. This is the very important for us. If we have to prepare ourselves, after preparing, we have to invite the people. So after preparing, we invite people. We have to keep easy to explain to people. And next, presentation. After invite the people, we give presentation to people. After presentation, we have enroll. After enroll the people, we have to support the enroller. So here, invite, present, enroll, support is very important for us. Ma'am, next please. After that, sample number one, point one is first sign up. Point two is buy your.
Uh-oh. Okay, so his network popped him off. So basically, it's just a circle of back and, going around the circle of piping. So you sign up, you buy your starter kit, you experience the oils, you use the oils. Then you enroll into the auto ship. Are you there again? You bounced back. Okay, go ahead. Maybe it's
To here first is hello.
We can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. First one is we have to sign up. Second is buy your start kit. Three is enroll in the authorship. Is LRB. And fourth is the go get 3 people and then help them to do the same things. Here the last one is repeat. Here one very important.
Okay, so basically it's get 3 people to enroll and then help 3 people do the same thing. And then you help them do the same thing. And so Rongsenyanger, go ahead and turn your video off. Maybe that will be more helpful for you. If you turn your video off, the bandwidth might be not so hard. Are you there? Go ahead and turn your video off, Rongsenyanger. Okay. And then that way,
Yes.
yeah, that might be easier for you not to be jumping off and on.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So next, please, Mom.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you wanted me to explain this slide. This slide is from the book Eric Worre Go Pro, and it talks about network marketing and how to become very skilled in network marketing. First, you have to, enjoy the company's products. Like you have to be able to be there to use them, enjoy them, speak from experience. And what's so great about doTERRA's products, and I think everyone can agree with me, is that they're amazing. So it's very easy to do that part, right? Second is understand the compensation plan. You gotta understand how you're gonna make the money. And if you're not focused on understanding how you can plan to grow and to place people, then what are you doing, right? And then the third element, and this is the most important, you guys, the third element is you. That means right now, you need to decide to take the responsibility of a network marketing company. Okay? And if you don't, and you're waiting for your downline to actually, or your upline to do the work for you, then you're not going to be successful. You want to be able to understand and take on this mindset that put a goal in front of that, like 3 months, 6 months, that you're going to be independent of your leader as soon as possible, because that mindset has you do the work, do the training, do what's really important so that you can be responsible for yourself. If you're waiting for your upline to do all the work for you, you're not going to be successful in this business. Everything changes when you take full responsibility for your network marketing career. So this is not a job. Like when you go to work, you show up and you sit down and you just kind of wait for the paycheck. This is something that actually will take you. will take you it will take you doing your own actual business plan, and then you use your upline to help you with mindset and mentoring and giving you tips or guidance for you to take the action. Okay. You want to do this one, Rognason? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. You just continue it. Network is not good. You just continue it.
Okay. So decide to be a professional. So when we talk about this book, Go Pro, it's actually being a professional. When you go to college and you learn a degree, and then you actually want to take on that degree, you choose that. So this is you choosing network marketing as your profession, and how you take it on and how you look at it as a professional will be how you grow in your business. So it's so important to have a critical conversation about this regarding the level of participation you can expect from your new leader. So when you sign someone up, take on talking to them about what do they see in the business opportunity? How hard do they want to play? Do they want to do it full-time, part-time, or just enough to earn money to buy their products with? And then wherever they want to play, that will help you know where to place them on your team. It will also help you know where to do the game plan, like what you can help support them with and do things with. Okay, and then you decide how to connect with each person on mentorship. Like what do you want from me, or what do you want from Suzanne to help you guide you along? What do you want from your upline to guide you along, and so forth? Okay. So this critical conversation in what level participation is. Here's a chart in the build guide that actually will go through and say, how many Indian rupees do you want to earn on the monthly basis? Now, monthly basis means monthly work. Okay, so you want to enroll people every month in order for you to be keeping and engaging in income. So if you want to earn 26,000 Indian rupees to 64,000 Indian rupees, then your goal would be to elite in 2 to 3 months and premier in 6 months. That's a good goal to get to. And what is it going to take for you to get there? So you as a leader, if you're working with your downline, you will want to know what it takes to get there. Now, I know some leaders we have on this call have gotten to premier in 6 months, got to elite in 3 months, and they know what it's like or what it takes to actually get there. So to get to supplement your income, like to actually, maybe quit your job and do this full time, then maybe this might be enough income for you to be able to. And so basically, to replace your income, then you're going to want to look at how to get to diamond in 1 to 3 years. Now, that's kind of like the average amount to get to diamond is 1 to 3 years. Now, I know Suzanne knows some people that got to diamond very quickly, and some people it's taken them 8 years. So it really just depends on you and how much work you put into it, how many people you enroll every month, and what you're willing to do on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. So you can see on each of these, it's like 10 to 15 hours a week to supplement your income, or 15 to 30 hours a week to really replace your income. So you want to choose and decide how much work it's going to take to get to those ranks. If you are not putting in the work, then you probably will have a hard time getting to those ranks. So here's some leadership tips, you guys. Take a screenshot of this because I think it's really important. Always be in action. If you have a downline and if you enrolled people, you want to always be in action. you don't want to just all of a sudden say, oh, I've got my team, they're going to do the work. That's terrible. You need to lead by example and show people that you're working and you're supporting them. You're always enrolling people and you're always helping multiply the team. If you're doing the work, they're doing the work, and they're training their team to do the work, then it's always going to grow exponentially, right? You want to keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. I tend to be a person that loves to make things complicated because I'm creative, and I'm sorry for that, you guys. Just try to keep it simple. I love watching Huke Lee and some of, Rongsenyanger going through and keeping it simple, and they're being very successful with that. Never stop learning. And so this goes through the process of actually reading books, watching videos every moment you can. If you can go through and Suzanne, I'm going to make you co-host, okay?
Okay.
If you can go through and always be taking a look at your day, and if you can do 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of training on videos and things like that, just little steps, you guys, make a world of a difference. Create a culture. And what is your mission? Like, what wakes you up in the morning to get going and to be inspired? And that is what you want to be sharing with others. Suzanne and I are so excited to be having you guys as founders in India. We want all the founders in India to be on our teams, right, Suzanne? And that wakes us up. Look at Suzanne is in Croatia, and here she is on the call. And she is here because she's committed and she's always showing up. So she's living by example and, being able to be there to help inspire you guys too. So Rongsenyanger said he really wanted the slide in there. I said, Rongsenyanger, what has you been successful? And he says, well, I do the work. That sounds so simple, right? He just does the work. He picks up the phone, he calls people, he goes over to their house, and he makes, he shows them the oils, one person at a time. He does most of the time one-on-one classes, but yesterday he did a class with one of his downline people, cross-line, actually. It wasn't even on his downline. And I think they signed up a lot of people from that class, just supporting each other and always being in action. And you guys, it's fun. We had a party here yesterday. We had people show up, and it was just fun to be with people and be like-minded and share these beautiful oils. There is no growth without energy. So what is your energy level? So check in and think about what energy you have. Rongsenyanger, are you able to talk? Do you want me to bring you back on? And so basically, if you're just sitting here like this and always kind of draining, and nobody wants to be a part of that. Like, you have to be always up, excited and energetic, right? Wake everybody up who's sleeping on this call. Energy creates passion. It's contagious, and people want to be a part of energy. People want to be a part of being up to something and creating and be excited about something. You don't want to be part of something that's kind of, well, it's okay. I don't know. You could maybe do it if you want to. Yeah, that's no fun, right? And so always be excited, always stay excited, even when things are not going so good. Find a way to turn it around and find excitement about that. When things go sour, like maybe a shipment gets lost or it missed the next shipment or something happened, well, there's an opportunity in everything. And so if you have the mindset of always creating an opportunity out of things, then you will be moving forward. So energy creates action. Energy creates motion. If you are pushing something uphill and have no energy, you can't get very far. But if you push something on a cart with wheels down a hill, then you get lots of energy and motion, right? It's hard to stop the cart. So that's what we're looking at doing here. So you want an ideal structure, right? So being able to look for people who are committed and capable. And I know some of you on your team, you've enrolled people. The very first person you enrolled, of course, the only place to put them is on your upline, on your top line, right? And they never bought again. Or maybe they just, something happened in life or whatever. And it's a disappointment because it's something where you want them to be a loyalty reward program every month. You want them to be a partner that will run with you. So my question is, did you have that critical conversation with them so that you can actually set that expectation with you? You respect people who are straightforward and open instead of hiding things. One of the things that people hate about network marketing is that they try to fake people into it, right? Has anybody been like, hey, I'm having a party, come on over, and you go over to their house for the dinner party, and then they're trying to push you a network marketing business?
Yeah, they lured you
like
in.
they lured you in and didn't tell you? Yeah, Joseph is saying yes. Don't do that. Be straight. Hey, I have a business opportunity. I would love to share you about it. These oils are amazing. Come over to my house at 5:00. Let's talk about it. Or let me come over. Are you interested? Be straight. And people with your straightness about it love that, and your energy about it. They're going to say, hey, there's something there about that.
The trust, yeah.
Trust, yeah. Instead of, ooh, I'm afraid to say something, and you get weird, then it's weird. So don't be weird about it.
Be straight.
Okay. Duplication. If you sign 3 people up, you have 3 people. And if you teach them to sign 3 people up, you have 9 people. And it starts to duplicate. This is what we're talking about, is engaging your downline to create. And then all of a sudden you can have lots of people on your team if you're straight and you're upfront with everything and you're moving forward. doTERRA has a great business building certification program. So any of you that are new on here, have you done this business certification program? If you haven't, and you're wondering why your business is not growing, then hey, let's take a look at this and see, what areas that you could fill in the gaps that you want more education on. This is a duplication process that doTERRA put together that anybody who signs up and takes this course should be able to run with their business and not count on their upline there to support time. You guys, as leaders, this is a really valuable tool to immediately get your team who wants to build the business on this class and doing it right away. It's about 8 hours. So you can take 10 minutes here, half hour there, take your time doing the class or do it in one day. I think Larry and I did it in 2 days. So it's very, very informative, right, Suzanne?
Very, very, yes.
And the really cool thing is, you guys, you don't know how lucky you have it. I just have to say, this is Natalie Goddard. And Natalie Goddard is incredible. She is our upline. So it goes Natalie Goddard, Suzanne's son, Matthew, Suzanne's sister-in-law, and then me, kind of. And Natalie is like a founder in the United States, and she designed all of these live, share, build guides. She designed them. And doTERRA bought them from her. They adopted it because they loved it so much. So you are being so supported with the best and the most integrous leader that is just so kind and so incredible.
Exactly.
And so you are so close to the top of doTERRA in the United States. I mean, it's so incredible. So you have her to thank for a lot of the stuff that we have to work with today. And I can't wait. Hopefully she will come to India with us when we open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Suzanne, she lives right by Suzanne, and Suzanne gets to go see her and all the time and stuff. But so there's a leadership language that you want to be aware of. What is coming out of your mouth? Suzanne taught me always give assignments. So every time you talk to a downline person, when you're talking to your new team, never leave that conversation without giving them an assignment. And I sit there and think, how many conversations have I had with you guys where you tell me to do something and I do it for you? That is so wrong. You know, I'm happy to, but at the same time, that doesn't help you grow. That doesn't give you the responsibility to do what you should be doing. And that doesn't give you the empowerment for you to be your owner of your own business. I'm happy to give you guidance on how to do it, but then you doing the action inspires you and it lifts you up. You also need to learn to tell your stories. Everywhere you turn, story. Never give people the details. Just tell them in a story. If you give somebody an answer that's like a textbook type answer, that doesn't help because they don't remember. But if you tell them in a story, they remember the story, right? And that's so important. So everywhere you go, write it down. Keep a journal of different stories, different wins that people had, different, like, it's like all the time I hear people, oh, the oil did this, the oil did that, but then I forget. But if you write it down, you can say, oh, I heard about somebody saying that they had headaches all the time and they used deep blue for headaches. And I was so surprised. And so learning a story and how to share that is really very powerful. Always do challenges. Suzanne and I are always putting together challenges for you guys. And we don't do them every month because that's the opportunity for you to engage in challenges for your downline, okay? doTERRA does them, Suzanne and I do them, and then it's time for you to start looking at setting up your own challenges for you and your team. They don't need to be anything with money or gifts or anything, but sometimes people, like even with Name the Oil, just to know you won and having that badge of honor is kind of fun. So get creative around that and have some fun, okay? And then always, always, always with your language, be in the vision, be in the belief. Always keep that there because sometimes you have a low day, sometimes you have a high day. And if you can just keep that belief there, it's so powerful. And then always be in front of with you the goals that you have. Like what goal this month are you wanting to rank? So everybody in the chat, I want to know what rank do you want to make this month in July? What rank are you hoping to do in 15 days? And if you know what that rank is, how many people do you need to enroll or to encourage your downline to enroll? What is the volume they need to get for you to get your volume? Anybody know what they've got? Anybody have that in front of them?
Let's see who replies.
Pretty quiet out there. Everybody's going to be quiet about it. How about you, Joseph? Okay.
We're only halfway through the month.
Yeah.
Can I have the question once again, please?
Yeah. What rank are you planning to do this month? And do you know what it's going to take to get there? Like, what is the volume? How many enrollments do you need to have on your team? And where are you going to go with that? If you have no clue or haven't really thought about it, you were just kind of hoping that somebody would land in your lap that you can enroll, then no wonder things aren't moving forward for you. So always at the beginning of the month, set a goal, take it to your upline so that way they can be inspired, help support you. Oh, look at that, Joseph, you got it all in the book. I love it.
Wow.
And
I've been talking to 13 people, looking at getting at least 3 to 5 people on board.
Great.
Out of which all the work has been done for all the 13 people. The 13th person was done today. I've also given her she's also a doctor and has the same name as Suzanne. She was also given a drop of peppermint oil, a drop of peppermint in a water bottle, and she has just traveled and come from Odisha, and she felt really, really well.
That's amazing. And
I'm carrying all the oils along with me nowadays. So I also had ordered the introductory kits, and I've sold all of them.
Oh, wow.
Great. So what you're doing is you're in action. You have a plan in front of you. You use your LRP to purchase the intro kits where you can turn around and make instant income. You have tools to get samples out. And so you're always in action. And that is really powerful. So one of the things that we also talk about, and I'll go through this in another slide, is the 100 names list. So you had 13 names you wanted to follow up this week. So when people are going through and looking at the names you want to use to follow up with, and Sadur followed up with someone today. And, you know, those are really important because that person's like, why did this person never follow up with me? I talked to them once, but they never, and they may want to know more. If you have it in your head that you're bothering them, stop it, because they're actually waiting for you. They're actually wanting your information, and it's really powerful. So I really liked this slide. I got this from GoPro. The difference between a leader who is not successful and those who are is actually a mindset, just up-leveling it one more thing. So if you're a leader who provides lots of information, but only 10% inspiration, you know, if you can look at switching it around, 90% inspiration and 10% information, wow, how much more inspiring is that to be inspired instead of told? Who likes to be told what to do? Who would rather be inspired what to do? So what is it that you're speaking to your team on inspiration? Or are you speaking information? And I'm constantly working on this, you guys. Being a print shop owner for 28 years, I'm always telling people what to do. And it's hard for me to speak from inspiration. Do you stimulate the mind, but not the heart? How do you stimulate the heart? Do you create a team, but not a community? How do you create a community? Do you establish respect? Or are you connecting with people? Like, how do you connect with people and create that relationship? Isn't that what we want? I've noticed with different leaders here in the United States with me, they want respect first. Like they want to be something, but they don't care about the connection. And I've seen that with myself in the beginning. And the reason why I'm doing this business is so I can be connected with you and know who you are, understand what you're going through, and be there with you. And I just love that. When we got to go to Tanzania and give a person a hug and see what's going on in their life firsthand, it was just so amazing. Do you establish commitment, but not loyalty? So what does it take to find that loyalty and that love in your downline? Okay, so does everybody know what the core rank is to get to be able to be the first stage of leadership? It's elite. It's the foundation. Get to elite as fast as you can, then train your downline to get to elite. Type in the chat, everybody, what is the elite rank? What is the product value or the PV points you need to make in the elite?
Who knows?
Who knows? What does it take to be elite?
3,000 PVs.
Yay, who said
Hey,
that?
wow.
That was great.
Daljit Singh.
Of course. And you don't need necessarily other legs to get to elite. So we're going to go through that real quick. Elite is the foundation. There's simple steps to success. So if you become elite, you build to elite, that's 3,000 PV. To be a silver, you need 3 elites underneath you. To be platinum, you need 9 elites underneath you. So you can see how elite is like the magic rank. And one of the things that as you go through, you look at these lower ranks here, you got when you first sign up, you're automatically a wellness advocate. And as you start to get volume, you sign a couple people up underneath you and you have your loyalty reward point. You actually will get up to manager when you have 500 overall volume. When you get to director, you have 1,000 volume for your team, you and your team. All the orders coming every month. Remember, this starts over every month. So you want to engage your downline in the loyalty reward program. Like Rognason was talking about, when you sign somebody up, you want them to understand what the loyalty reward program is so that they can earn deeper discounts and take advantage of the product of the month and win that way, right? And so basically, to be to elite, you need a 3,000 volume. Then after you get to elite, the next rank is you need to have 2 legs with the volume of executive. So you're going to need to start learning to teach your team how to get to elite. They're going to you want them to start ranking. So one of the things that Matthew said to me that I thought was so powerful, and he said, Becky, start helping your downline win. Help your wellness advocate become manager and make that a big deal. They can see how easy it is to get from wellness advocate to manager. Then it's easy for them to get from manager to director. And as you help celebrate those big wins and those enrollments and stuff like that to get to director, then help them to become to executive. And then and so forth. And celebrate those wins. These beginning ranks are so important. And I don't know who that is. Arvid. Okay. So here's some of the, I didn't mean to mute you, Suzanne.
Say that again.
So basically, when we're going through and looking at getting to other ranks, you can see silver is you need 3 elites underneath you to get to that rank. A lot of people have asked me, well, how many people do you need to enroll to get to the rank of elite? Let's think about this, you guys. 3,000 volume. If you enrolled 15 people at 200 PV times 3 leaders, you would have 45 people that would need to be enrolled. You guys follow me with that? Elite, 15 people, 15 times 200 is 3,000 volume. Or you can enroll 20 people at 150 volume. How many people would rather enroll 15 instead of 20? Right? When you're dealing with that many people, when you have 3 leaders across and they're all trying to enroll for 3,000 volume, it could be 60 people versus 45 people. And so that's a big difference. So kind of take a look at when people want to enroll with an intro kit, how forwarding is that? Because if they're looking at the small picture, it's going to be a big step for them to look at the big picture. So think about what kit you enrolled with, and then is that the kit you're always inspiring others to enroll with? Or are you actually engaging them into looking at the bigger kits and to see how forwarding that is for them and their business too? Again, so you always want to celebrate the beginning ranks like manager. Really, let's celebrate that, you guys. And I love it when we put it in our group chats and stuff like that. Everybody's always congratulating. And even when you come on as a new member, it's a big deal. And we just love you guys coming on and trusting and knowing that these products are going to make a huge impact for you in your life, not only with wellness, but with financial gain. Okay, so gold then is you need premieres. You need actually looking at the 2,000 volume with the premieres. And then, you know, when you're going through and looking at how many people are you going to be ranking or enrolling, it could be up to, I mean, you guys, it makes a big difference when you start to look at these ranks and stuff like that. So if you want to take a screenshot of this and do some studies, strategize with your downline, start encouraging them with what they can do, look at their 100 names list and stuff like that. That's really important. And you want to decide to start out fast. Use the bonus payouts to win. The fast start bonus is really in the first 60 days that you've enrolled, and you enrolled people down you, is really very important to take a look at where you're going to earn more commissions. And then you also want to build with the power of 3. The power 3 is really where your focus should be when you're structuring your team. Get a team to support the momentum as soon as possible. So get your team, I should have said. So, you know, when you have that momentum going, it's just so fun to see because there's so much great energy and there's so much great excitement going on. It's just so much better. It's an easier sandbox to play in when you have everybody excited. So you want to work with setting goals. We talked about goals earlier. Set goals, mentor with your downline and your upline with what your goals are. How fast do you want to reach to elite? Is it going to be 30 days? Is it going to be 60 days? Is it going to be 90 days? And what is it going to take to do that? And then how can your team support each other in getting there? Evoke discipline. What that means is put a plan in place. Like Joseph said earlier, he had 13 people he reached out to. It was very specific, and he wanted 3 enrollments, or if not 4. He had a goal in mind, and he invoked discipline. He got on the phone, made those phone calls. Just like Ragnason, he is amazing. He got on the phone, made those phone calls, and he keeps telling me he had 3 classes today. He had 3 classes today, and he's doing classes every day, reaching out to somebody and having a conversation. And so people are really excited to see the growth that they're having. It's because they're putting in the work. And so get on the phone, get calling your people, and really figure out how many phone calls it's going to take to get to your goals, okay? And reward those beginning ranks and reward yourself. If you have those goals that you have in mind, like I know some people have like want to buy a computer. If they get a certain rank, they're going to treat themselves to a computer. Suzanne and I have put rewards out there if you get to a certain rank, you know. So you guys, make them the heroes because they are. It's incredible. Every person we bring to the team is actually making a huge difference in their life. Okay, so get familiar with the back office, get familiar with the structure of the business and what volume you're at every day. I had a leader on our team say, Becky, I was only 400 points away from becoming executive. And I wish I would have known that. And I'm like, okay, you guys, you need to take responsibility and get into the back office and see where your volume is at. See where things are showing up. And we need that help, right, Suzanne? Sometimes ordering things, I mean, we don't, it's a process to get things ordering. We will get the order, send it into Malaysia, and we need to babysit them and make sure they're getting things processed correctly, make sure things are happening. And so we need your help to make sure that they're doing all that correctly. Anything you want to say on that, Suzanne?
It's just so true. Everything that you're saying. It's so much about this consistency. And I love what you said. Take responsibility. Don't leave everything in the hands of your leaders. If you're not looking at your back office, at your team members, at your volume, if you're not figuring out your orders and talking to people, that, you know, it's not going to happen unless you put forth that effort. So it's just everything you've been saying is just perfect.
So, you know, sometimes it looks messy when you look at your back office, but also help focus on, you know, the users, making sure that they're ordering every month and they have questions, and always following up and making sure that those classes are ongoing for product understanding. You guys, you're never going to learn everything about the products. So don't wait till you do. Just, you know, being in action, like we were talking to Ragnason, and saying that, you know, doing this class, just stepping up and showing up is the first biggest step, because once you do, it will get easier each time you do it. And you learn in the process. The questions that I was able to work with on my downline when they're helping them learn the classes over the last few months has been really great, because I get to spend the quality time with them, and we get to make sure that they're understanding. Maybe certain questions come up that they didn't really realize that they had. So these classes are really important. Learn the class. So all the people coming on, you want to get to learn this natural solutions class right away. Go to the website, download this PDF, and just read it and learn it. It's super simple. And then you can talking points to actually help people. Okay. And you want to do the wellness consult, like Rogneston was saying, going through and helping people know how to use the oils every month. And then the share guide, you want to start right with.
Got it.
You want to know the names list. So start writing down all the names of people in your life and where they're, you know, if they're committed, if they're capable, what kind of person they are, if you want them to be a leader on the top of your team. This is really important. This list could be 10,000 people on this list, you guys. You don't stop at 100. Keep using this list, keep working it, keep adding people, go through your phone contacts, go through your social media contacts, go through your different organizations you're members of, maybe a women's group or a man's group or something, and just keep adding to this list. And then use the build guide. The build guide is to educate you on the business, and it helps you educate your new enrollments on the business. So these tools are really important. You can download them for free on the internet. So please do have them available to share with your people so that way they're willing and ready to actually go. So we're almost done with the class here. This is part of the leadership area. When you start to launch your business, there's a wonderful launch guide. Suzanne and I, we've done launch programs with our teams here in the past. Maybe it's time to get one going again. I'm not sure. And then this train guide. So when people are looking at getting to silver, premier and silver rankings, these are really wonderful tools to kind of help fill in those gaps maybe that you want to polish up on and help you learn how to run your business just in a different manner. So again, leadership duplication, what does it take? You never stop learning. You show up for the classes and you keep training yourself. You keep training yourself, okay? So be the mindset of how to always create opportunity with excitement. Be resourceful. Figure it out. Be creative. Make things up. Always be in action. And I think sometimes we think, well, I'm going to take a break right now, or I'm taking a rest right now. I'm not doing the business. To me, that's like, you should always be thinking of what you could be doing next or who you could be talking to next. And still you could be resting, but always be engaged and creating that energy around how you can build your business. You know, challenges do slow everybody down, like the pandemic. Who was stopped by the pandemic? You know what? A lot of people on the teams weren't stopped. And those people were still calling people up. And really, it was a good time to, because everybody was home. And you can call people up, have a conversation with them, and still be in action. Do not focus on what is not happening. Focus on what is happening. Focus on the good, the exciting things. And when you focus on what is not happening, then you kind of spiral down into a hole of harder to climb out of, and it's not very fun. Create action. Use energy to make that motion, right? To keep that momentum happening. And, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is emotion can serve you or hurt you. So what are you choosing? What mindset do you have as a leader? And I often think about some of these leaders who are double presidential diamond and all these big, large ranks, right? They're always have so much energy and they're always excited and they're always bringing it on. And I can always count on that. And so that is a practice, and that can be something that you can be really intoxicating and engaging other people with. So give yourself permission to move past limiting beliefs and helping yourself move up and grow up, I guess. One of the really powerful sayings that I really like is, we like to become bigger than ourselves. This mission that we are on is bigger than each one of us. And as we put all of us together, it's even bigger than all of us together. We are making a lifelong, lasting impact for India. And this is up to you. So empower yourself, find your strengths through this program called the Strengths Finder. And this is another challenge that Suzanne and I put out there once. And this is a book that you can buy on Amazon in India. And it has a code in the book. Make sure you buy the book with the code. And then you can take this personality test. And this personality test will help you find your top 5 strengths. And you guys just focus on those strengths. And, you know, it's so important. It's so important to find your strengths. And it's also very important to find your downline strengths. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you for being patient. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And I'm going to see if anybody has any questions.